My next guest has got another big fight. It seems like every opponent he's been fighting lately is a really notable name, and this one is one as well with Brad Riddell. Of course, that's going to be taking place at UFC 281 November 12th. It's Renato Moicano back here on the program. Renato, how are you, sir?
What's up, everybody? I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing awesome. Really happy to be talking to you. Before we talk about your fight, big fight in your division over the weekend, Islam Makhachev, Charles Oliveira. What did you think of Islam's performance in winning the title?
Was a great performance, right? He was better at the striking, in the grappling. Like you cannot take anything from him. It was a great performance of Islam.
Were you expecting the fight to play out that way?
No, it was a tough fight to call, but I thought Oliveira he was doing good in the division. His wins, his was like I don't know how many wins streak he had, and I was watching his interview and he seems like confident, and I thought it would be a much more competitive match,
Mm-hmm.
but Islam just dominated him.
Yeah, he certainly did. Let's talk about you, though. First time fighting at Madison Square Garden. A lot of people, that's a very big deal for them. How excited were you when you found out you'd be fighting there? Because I know you fought New York before, just not MSG.
Yeah, no, I fought in Brooklyn,
Yeah.
but it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be awesome. Everybody talk about this place. I don't really know uh, why people are so hype about MSG, but I know it's a big arena, and like a lot of big names fought there in boxing and all that stuff. But I don't really. It's nice, but it doesn't matter. I have to go over there, do my best, perform well, and that's what matters.
And last time you were in New York, you referenced that fight in Brooklyn. You got one of the biggest wins of your career over Calvin Kattar. So I'm sure you're happy to fight in New York again, how things went last time, right?
Yeah, of course. Like last time that I fought in New York was a really good night for me, and I hope I have like a good night too in November 12th.
Yeah.
And I'm training to be prepared for a tough fight and a tough opponent. But in the end of the day, I believe in my skills and I believe I can beat him.
Yeah, no, with you there. Just quickly, I know the last fight against Rafael dos Anjos, not the result you wanted. What did you take away the most from that performance that you're bringing into this fight?
You know, I think I show everybody how I am, how I am like durable, and how I I, I make myself like a tough guy, and like I can take any fight anywhere, anytime. Doesn't really matter. But in the end of the day, I lost that fight, and I tried to adjust some stuff. And I hope November 12th we have a different fight, and I hope I will be ready for this fight. When I mean that, I mean like because in my last fight I was not ready, but November 12th are gonna be, and it's gonna be a good fight.
And then for this fight, it looked like you got a full camp. When did you find out about the matchup?
It was a long time ago, like 1 or 2 months ago. So I have been um, preparing for the fight for a long time. So it's gonna be good for me, and I hope the fans enjoy the fight.
And obviously taking on another striker. How do you feel like you match up against Riddell in this fight?
I feel like nowadays everybody's complete. Of course, his best is his strike, but I remember his fight against Dober, and he can grapple too. So I'm not surprised if he have a good grappling. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Every fight is different. Every fight is tough, and I'm here to show my best version every time, and and I feel it's a good matchup for me. I don't know if it's a good matchup for him. We about to find out November 12th.
Yeah, we certainly are. Training camp, you're obviously at one of the best gyms in the world, American Top Team. Who have been some of the main training partners helping you get ready for this fight?
Man, I train with a lot of good people over there, but I have been working with a Russian guy from Bellator. His name is Alexander Shabili. He's an awesome fighter, bro. He's very good, and he's helped me a lot. But I train with a lot of guys, a lot of people. I cannot even tell you how
Mhm.
many. I train a lot of UFC fighters, Bellator fighters in all weights. So I feel being in American Top Team is very good to develop my game in all aspects, in all areas, and that's what I'm doing for a long time. And I feel finally I am put everything together, and this is gonna make me a better MMA fighter.
Have you been working with Dustin Poirier? Obviously, he's on this card as well, and a big fight for him against Michael Chandler.
Yeah, I'm not been working for him a lot because the style is really different. I'm really tall. Chandler is a little bit smaller. My opponent Riddell, he's smaller. He's not a southpaw. He's not a, it's kind of the styles don't match up. But I'm not working too much with Dustin in this camp. I think I didn't train with him at all at this camp, but we are in the same mat. He training with another guys, and I feel it's a pretty good fight for him too. Match squad guard against Chandler, but I feel he's a better fighter than Chandler.
Who's going to be in your corner for this fight?
Pahompa, my jiu-jitsu coach, my boxing coach, and everybody from ATT. But it's gonna be good because we're gonna have a lot of American Top Team guys, coach on this card, because we have Dustin Poirier, we have the Poland girl Karolina Kowaczewski. So we're gonna have a lot of people, and this is gonna help us to be there as a team and help each other.
Love it. And how do you see this fight playing out? I mean, this has got fight of the night written all over it.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so, because we know, like, we know why we are in this business. I'm in this business to make money, and I hope like 50K extra is gonna help me a lot. So let's go. I'm down to a fight of the night, of course.
How many more fights do you have left on your contract? I know you signed a new contract, I want to say a few fights ago. Are you still on that contract?
Yeah, I still have 2 fights on the contract.
Okay.
And let's see how that plays out.
Yeah, obviously a bit more time. One name we haven't mentioned, an American Top Team I know has been making a lot of headlines, Bo Nickal. I know you probably don't work with him because he's a middleweight, but what have you made of his run in the UFC?
Man, the guy's a crazy athlete, right? But he don't train. He doesn't train here every like the whole year. I think
no, he just does. He trains there just at certain points, right? I know that. But have you seen him in the gym though?
Yeah, and like it was crazy how hard he trains and how like he's good in grappling. And I saw him a couple times, and I feel like this guy gonna make a really statement in his next fight, because we saw his last 2 fights on Contenders, and the guy is a crazy athlete, crazy wrestler, and I feel he has a bright future in the UFC.
At the top of your division, it looks like Islam Makhachev, the new champion, will fight Alexander Volkanovski. Do you think that's the right move? Because I know there's some people who feel like maybe Beneil Dariush should get that title shot. What do you think about Volkanovski coming to your division?
I think that fight doesn't make any sense, man. I don't see how Volkanovski can beat Makhachev. Of course, Volkanovski is a really good fighter. He's dominating the division, but I feel the difference of size is crazy, and I think Makhachev can like dominate him on the ground. I don't know, I think this is not a good fight for Volkanovski, and I don't know why they are pushing that fight. But I feel like Volkanovski is really confident on his skills, and he wants that fight, and makes sense for the UFC. So UFC knows better than everyone. They are a fucking huge business company, and they know how to make fights. And I never bet against them. If they make that fight, it's because the right fight to do. But for me, I don't see any sense to this matchup.
And last question before we get out of here. I know you got your kids in the background. How's fatherhood going? Because I know this is a busy time of year. We got Halloween coming up.
Yeah, very, very busy time, and like especially because of the Halloween, and everybody wants to go out. But I'm in training camp, and I have to be home all the time while at the gym. But I really feel blessed because I love to spend time with my family and my son. So I'm living my best life, So I'm really happy to be able to be here, to compete in MMA, to live in America, and to follow my dreams. So that's it, man. I just love the way the things are going.
Are you going to dress up for Halloween this year? Do you have a costume?
No, I don't have. any costume. I have to search for one.
Okay, there you go. I'm looking forward to this fight, man. November 12th, UFC 281. Hey, Nato, thank you so much for the time. It's always great talking to you. If there's anyone you'd like to thank, any sponsors or any social media you want to mention, I'll give you the last word.
No, I would like to to say thank you to all the fans of MMA, and follow me on the social media. And let's go. Thank you so much for the interview.